Hey there, and welcome to this beautiful new day. So, kind of the end of the day here, and pretty nice. Yeah, pretty nice. So, what I wanted to talk today is moving on, right? Realizing that things are temporary. The whole world is constantly in movement, energy shifting, winds are changing and moving forward. And you should too. Seasons cycle, planes come back and forth, buildings are built and destroyed, and you, every moment, are creating new cells to replace your old ones. Everything is always in movement. If there's one absolute truth, is that everything changes always. Okay? And why am I saying this? It's because lots of times moving on is hard because we hold on to things because we want to control the universe. We think we're some sort of gods, but we're not. We're mortal. We have a temporary time here, and let's make the most of it. Now, usually, what people hold on to is, you may have lost this opportunity, and it will never come back. You may have lost your job, and there's no chance you're getting it back. And most of the times, it's you have lost a lover. You've lost a lover. You've lived some rich moments, some incredible moments, some divine moments, and it ends. And that's okay. It's part of life. Now, make sure that if this is your case, you map out a lesson of it, right? The story you've been through is now a life lesson for you. And I mean, I'm just guessing that it's always like that, right? You just remember that right now, if you're holding onto something, there are things that you're not fully living. And I guess that's the most important lesson, is that since everything is temporary, you must you must save it somewhere inside here so that it stays with you forever. So that you know that if you die, you've lived these beautiful moments. You can look back to them. Now, if you see an opportunity, you'll know how much it is worth because you've lost it. So you can only know how much something is worth once you don't have it, once it's not affecting you, once you realize that it can be scarce. So yeah, things are meant to be this way. Now, you can choose to hold on. Ugh, why? Why was it like this? Try to explain yourself these things. Why? And the thing about thinking is that it's addictive. You think that by thinking about something, you will find a solution. Actually, you're not. You're just holding on to it. You're thinking that by thinking you will resolve the problem. But the problem is already resolved. It ended. It's way back in the past. and still hunting you. Now, the best way to move on is to breathe in first and stay out of your head, right? Thinking won't make it better. That's what you have to know right now. Also, acknowledging that it ended, acknowledging that you had to say goodbye. And sometimes it can be small things, right? You just met someone, you just created a deep connection in a few moments, and that person says goodbye. I'm going back where I come from, and you may be a bit sad, right? It was it was intense, and it's goodbye. That serves as a lesson, and you know what? It's beautiful. It's actually beautiful because it made you feel something more than some daily mechanic routine, right? Be thankful that you've lived that. There will be many more. So if you're in some way bothered, if you are, because usually holding on at some point creates a toxic cocktail within. So you're holding on, and at some point you may be angry at the world for making you feel that way. You may be resentful of how the grand mechanic works. But remember, rain doesn't give a damn about what you think about it. And so the grand mechanic. So when you feel as if the grand mechanic, when you feel that as it's unfair that this happened to you, that why you, that's actually victimhood, and I have to make another video about that. But just remember that it's not the world, it's just how you feel. And usually the world is a reflection of what you feel. So if you're mad at the world, well, the world will give you reasons to be mad, and you'll actually be looking for them. You'll actually be like, this planet is just so sick. Look at what's happening over here and over there, and look what's happening, and you're actually looking for it. So moving on is about changing the parameters, changing the game settings. Breathe into new air. Breathe into new dynamics, and something that cleans the cocktail of toxicity within, of holding on, and actually freshens it with new beautiful things. You are surrounded with beauty every day, but sometimes you fail to see it, right? You're alive. You have a healthy body, hopefully. You have opportunities every day renewing themselves. You have a beautiful sky today. Say thank you. It's easy. Practice gratitude. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks again for listening. Have fun. Take care of yourself. Peace out.